if I found myself in the position of Bobi Wine, I would stop this hide and seek, come out, provide leadership, tell the foot soldiers that it's time to act.
Oh, let me tell you, this is the time you have to die for us. Come out. Tell your people to come and die for us. What do you want Bobi Wine to do? You are a president of a political party. I would think you want Bobi Wine to do mass mobilization and probably lead people in a mass protest. How about you do the same? The founder and executive director for Center for Constitutional Governance, none other than Dr. Bireete, has called out Patrick Oboi Amuriat, the president for the Forum for Democratic Change, who has seemingly resorted to aiming at one politician, and that is Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert, as we witness the turmoil and the complete obliteration of a political party he leads that has lost the trust of the Ugandan people. Instead of fixing the turmoil we see in FDC, this gentleman, Patrick Oboi Amuriat, is hell-bent on convincing the world that he's got the plan, or he's got ideas on what should be done by people he thinks are leading the opposition. Let's go on and listen to what Patrick Oboi Amuriat says, and then I'll show you what Dr. Bireete said.
Leaders in the opposition would like to preserve themselves for another day in the struggle. This is a time when leadership is required. And it's at times like this where somebody really has to be prepared to make, to pay the ultimate price, including losing their lives for their country, that leaders are called upon to provide leadership. And I think that if I found myself in the position of Bobi Wine, I would stop this hide and seek, come out, provide leadership, tell the foot soldiers that it's time to act.
Oh, let me tell you, this is the time you have to die for us. Come out. Tell your people to come and die for us. What do you want Bobi Wine to do? You are a president of a political party. I would think you want Bobi Wine to do mass mobilization and probably lead people in a mass protest. How about you do the same? You got a few people in your political party. You can tell them to hit the streets. Why do you think should be Bobi Wine to do this? But besides that, there's a turmoil going on in your own house. He's so much concerned about the fire that's breaking, that we are witnessing in the neighbor's house. Yet his is almost turning into ashes. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen?
Time to confront, time for them to take back their country. Because otherwise, how long is this going to take? What happens to our followers? You know, the followers are left leaderless. The followers are left desperate. They are certainly going to be frightened. Many of them, my suspicion is that they will go underground. They will also go into hiding for fear of reprisals. And I think this is not good for the struggle. It's not good for the good governance in this country. It's also not good for our people who came out openly to support us and to show cause why and then there should be change in this country.
Okay, save me the stammering there because he's just enjoying this word salad, but there's a lot to unpack there. In his Prato, it is his tacit admission that Bobi Wine has the vast majority support. But here is a guy who endorsed a man who could not even get 5% in an election. Now, I'm not referring to the results that were announced by Simon Byabakama. But in a free and fair election, there's no way that guy, what's his name, the Secretary General of the FDC, Nandala Mafabi, was going to get even 5%. So if he truly believes that Bobi Wine has this immense influence, he's supported by the vast majority of the Ugandan people, why didn't they endorse Bobi Wine? At a time when the Ugandan people were showing them where their allegiance is, these folks turned a blind eye and blind ear. They looked the other way. They said, we are not going to endorse you. And now that Bobi Wine is running for his life, hiding from the nefarious plans of Muhoozi Kainerugaba, they'll be like, okay, you should come out and pay the ultimate price. Bobi Wine, it is time to die for me. Yet, when Bobi Wine was massively mobilizing the Ugandan people, at a time when these folks had to endorse him, stand with him and probably pay that ultimate price, which I do not want to see. I don't want to see Bobi Wine die or any person die. They never said a thing. They were all quiet. Shh. Now that Bobi Wine is not here, oh, Bobi Wine should come out. Please, Bobi Wine, will you die for me? Come and die for me. It's time to show leadership. These are games, political boring games, and nobody's buying this. And this is why Dr. Sarah Bireete was so quick to call out this for what it is. Ridiculousness. I'll read you here what she said. Watch here. This is ridiculous. Patrick Oboi and FDC. Let FDC do its work and leave National Unity Platform and Bobi Wine alone. A well-meaning opposition should be calling out the police and army to vacate Bobi Wine's premises. If you have any hidden agenda, gather enough courage and voice it out. Is that enough? I don't think so. I mean, excuse me. I mean, this is ridiculous. There's turmoil. There's chaos. Complete entropy going on in the Forum for Democratic Change. You have these folks who are accused of pocketing Museveni's billions of shillings by Dr. Kizza Besigye. It led to the emergence of a new political party, the founding of People's Front for Freedom, PFF. Nandala Mafabi and this guy, Patrick Oboi Amuriat, pocketed money from Museveni. The party is completely being annihilated. It was infiltrated by Museveni, hence losing the likes of Joyce Juliet Nabosa Sebugwao, hence losing the likes of Nsibambi, who went to Museveni without even informing them. There's something to fix. But they won't fix that. Let us obsess over Bobi Wine and what he does. This is childish. This kids play. This is boring and this is sad. It is embarrassing. Why are you so obsessed with what Bobi Wine is doing? Just like she said, as we speak right now, ladies and gentlemen, you have the military occupying the home of Bobi Wine, placing her wife, who actually we learned yesterday that, you know, she already left Uganda, placing her under house arrest, forcing them into exile. They're violating their rights. I mean, if he really meant what he's saying, he would be leading a group of folks to be like, okay, we are going to protest the continued deployment of military at Bobi Wine's house or home. They won't. He won't do that. So it's Bobi Wine. You'd rather come out and be killed. That's the ultimate prize. Is there any shame, a modicum, like an iota, a scintilla? Choose any word you want to use. A scintilla of shame in these people. A man whose deputies were arrested, Mama Lina Zedriga, Mama Jolie Jacqueline Tukamushaba, Muhammad Mwanga Chivumbi, whose polling agents were killed in broad daylight, and Museveni calling him a terrorist and being charged with terrorism. Up to now, a political party cannot perform its functions, its duties. But we won't care about that. Excuse me. We won't care about that. Let me obsess over Bobi Wine. Patrick Oboi Amuriat. Just like she said, I'll read here. If you have any hidden agenda, gather enough courage and voice it out. Gather enough courage and voice it out. And I read in the comment section here, people are actually in agreement. Like this one said, I thought age was supposed to bring wisdom. It seems the opposite may now be true. What makes this man assume that the strategies Bobi Wine used must mirror his own thinking? Isn't his own party struggling internally? That's what I just said. Or not, then this one, Namutiaba says, Powa is very right. He admits that Uganda only trusts Bobi Wine. Then what did Powa do when he realized that the Ugandan people trust Bobi Wine? Why did he endorse him? Why did he join him? Oh, I know you're doing the right thing. I actually shouldn't be dividing the votes in this election. You are the best candidates. Ugandans trust you, but I won't endorse you. I'll run my own adventure here. Come on. And then you have, this one says, of course, this is a Muhoozi sympathizer, says, let Bobi Wine step up and lead his ideologically directionless party, whatever. And then Sarah Bireete says, first tell us about the siege at his home and assault on his wife, Kwanza. Tell us that first. Okay? And you have many others who are in agreement with what she says. What is the obsession with what Bobi Wine is doing? This is what Babi Kyagulanyi told us at a time when she was being assaulted and her rights violated by Muhoozi jackbooted thugs. And isn't it funny that most of Bobi Wine supporters, just with the exception of a handful, most of them are they're not even telling him to come out, please, we need you. But you have the rest of all these people who oppose him, the Matthias Impog of this generation, the Patrick Oboi Amuriat, and Museveni and Muhoozi sympathizers saying Bobi Wine should come out. His supporters are not even bothered. But these folks who are opposed to the political ideologies of Bobi Wine are the ones who are asking him, please come out and lead your people. His people are not saying a thing. How about you leave them alone? How about that? And then I think I'll show you, there's this newcomer who said this. I don't know what's his name is, but listen to what he says when he was asked about the military deployment at Bobi Wine's home.
Kintu kimu byalimu sigamba tewali amunoonya bwayagala ajja leero abaddewo tewali amukwata gavumenti bw'eba eyagala kukwata n'obeera mutala w'amayanja kola ki?
Listen to this nonsense. Oh, if the government wants to arrest you, it doesn't matter where you are, it will get you. You know, there's a point at which you get to when you are into breaking the law that you think you develop this skewed worldview where you think that you can do whatever you want to whoever you choose. It doesn't work like that, dude. No, you can't do this. The government said had arrested Lumbuye. Where is he? Tell us. Look at him. The war got nonya. Make it make sense, brother. If Bobi Wine sees and makes sure that security is safe, then the military will go. Like, where do they pick these people to to give official positions of Uganda police or security. Unbelievable. And lastly, a comment from Mpuga regarding the this man, Svambi converted from FDC to NRM. I want to say probably he was from NRM light. FDC is pretty much NRM light. I don't consider it to be opposition as it used to be. It has pretty much failed, That's a gone case, really. But this is Mpuga making comments here. Listen to what he says and let me know what you think. I think I need to, yeah.
Musajja munnamateeka Honorable Bambi musajja munnamateeka si mwana muto nandibadde mu palamenti amazemu ekisanja ekimu n'ebyobufuzi abiruddemu era abitegeera n'olwekyo sirowooza nti alina kyeyakoze ng'akikoze mu kiwuggwe ate okuba nga buli kyeyakoze yakyebuuliriddeko era akitegeera. Katumwagaliza ebirungi olugendo lwatandise naffe balese eno tumusaba tusabire.
I think one thing I hate about communication is when people are so used to these phrases or words that are usually thrown out in particular situations. Like you say, let us him wish well in whatever he's going to do where he's joined. I mean, wishing him well is annihilating the opposition. It is eviscerating it. So when you say, let's him wish well in his political endeavors, especially where he's gone to plot against the opposition. Wishing him well is actually wishing him to destroy the opposition, to dismantle it. So I don't get it. I mean, let me know. Am I reading too much into this? Or? Yeah, so and then why are you wishing him well in his endeavors? I don't get it. Like I said, I might be reading too much into that. Please let me know and I'll shut up. Lastly, I think I was watching it was Hillary Taylor posted something on his X platform. I'll check it out here. He was talking about the words that came from Shamim, who said wait a second, I want to show you something here. Yes. Here we go. Listen to the, I truly buy this. Listen to it.
Expect a person of Nsibambi. Bwabanga mutufu lawyer. Aveyo atugamba mateeka kyegogera ku nsonga z'abana abantu abasibibwa mu butali butuufu. That how long are you supposed to
So as an elite, like you don't believe in negotiations.
If we are talking about mandatory bail, why aren't these people getting it? I expect Nsibambi okubeera ku front line ng'agoberera amateeka. We are not going to go and bow down before Mr. Museveni to release people whom he arrested without any crime.
Exactly. And look, I know for sure it's not easy to be in prison. And I don't want to make light of their suffering. But some of them have actually said, I'm not leaving this place. I'm not going to admit to committing crimes I did not commit. The likes of Yasin Sechitoleko, a.k.a. Machete. Machete said, no, I'm not going to admit to these crimes. So these people are forcing, NUP should actually negotiate Museveni for these people to be granted their freedom. On what conditions? That's the question they do not want to answer. On what conditions? And why do we give Museveni this permission structure to abuse people's rights? And we have to plead, please grant us our freedom, sir. I know you killed my wife, but forgive me for demanding for her right for justice. That's where that's putting you. And I want you to read, on your screen. This was a news article in New York Times. Was it? I think, yeah. In 1985, February 11th, 1985. Read on the screen. I'm going to make sure I put it here for you. It says, Soweto, Times staff writer says, Soweto, South Africa. Nelson Mandela, the imprisoned leader of the African National Congress, on Sunday, family rejected the South African government's offer of conditional freedom and instead set forth his own terms for negotiations between his outlawed organization and the nation's white regime. In his words, quote, I cannot sell my birthright, nor am I prepared to sell the birthright of the people to be free. Mandela, 66, declared in a message from his prison cell in Cape Town, where he's serving a life sentence imposed in 1964 after his conviction on charges of sabotage and plotting revolution. This was 1985. They were trying to grant him partial freedom. He said no. He was still kept in prison from 1985 to the 90s when he was granted his freedom. That is the spirit. They were saying, okay, these are conditions. We're going to grant you your freedom, but these are conditions. And he says, no, if you want to keep me here, please do it. We have some of those people in those prisons. We have the likes of Olivia Lutaya, who are willing to go back in prison over and over again, as long as they stand on what is right. So Hillary wasn't happy with her. Oh, you're using them as political pawns and stuff like that. Absolutely not. Some people are not willing to sell their freedom for disrespect, for dehumanization. I mean, you want them to admit to terrorism, trickery, possession of firearms? Really? So, Museveni, these people have really capitulated, that they want their capitulation to be accepted by everyone. And look, I'm not trying to say that if somebody actually wants to make a deal with Museveni, shouldn't, please do your thing. That's your thing. If you're a prisoner and you want to sit with Museveni to be granted freedom, absolutely yes. I'm just standing on the side of those who say, I won't. I'm standing on what is right. We still have them in prison. Those who are not going to sit on Museveni's table. The likes of Yasin Sechitoleko, the likes of Bobby Giants or Bobby Young. Those that have said, I'm not going to admit, the likes of Dr. Chiza Besigye. Oh, we want you to admit that you are going to kill Museveni so that we give you your freedom. Really? I don't buy into that. And you might disagree with me. It is fine. Anyways, that's it for now. Sounded like I was screaming. All right, my name is Mordecai Mulisa. I truly appreciate you so much. Please go on and subscribe to this feed, like this video, and write your comment below. Let me know what you think. Until we catch up again, bye-bye for now.